So this creates a problem of visibility where talented individuals remain unseen and undiscovered. And then another problem we have is that for these graduates, in order for them to get jobs, they require connections, they need connections, while companies rely on employee referrals who often lack the required technical skills, and thus they close the doors on those people who actually do. And so there are also high entry barriers where you find that you need like 10 years of experience for you to do an entry-level position, which is absurd. And then there's also lack of financing options for young entrepreneurs who wish to create their own opportunities. So these are notable examples. So for instance, we have Bill Clinton. So he's a graduate from the University of Nairobi of engineering, and he actually trended on Twitter, and he wanted to ban his degrees because he couldn't find a job. So here we find two problems. One is the problem of visibility, because this is probably a first class that is buried somewhere in Meru. Then the other one is the problem of connections. So as you can see, there's a cow behind him, I don't know. He doesn't come from a background that facilitates connections, right? So these are just notable examples, statistics from media coverage. And so we actually call the generation jobless because of this. And this leads young people to settle for jobs they didn't want. They work hard, they pursue their dreams, and yet it avails nothing. And President William Ruto is actually stated saying, we all agree that the 5 million people in Kenya who do not have jobs deserve attention and need a plan on how we can get them working. I couldn't put a clip here because we do not have exclusive permission from him, and it might cause problems. Anyway, on a light note, it's not all sad and gloom. Yeah, at least to sprinkle some Gen Z-ness in this, we have memes. So what is our solution? Basically, we have a dynamic, objective scoring ET system, eligibility and talent system. And so this is whereby you upload your credentials on our site, plus you do a test, and then the AI gives you your score. And then it works similar to how social feeds work, where trending skills gain public visibility. So everyone in Kenya can see this. And then we also provide company linkage, whereby it's a direct pipeline to companies seeking specific skill sets, so it eliminates the need for connections. As well, we also provide financial backing for graduates who want to be entrepreneurs. And we use a group collateral model. So this is to reduce risks. And we also provide microloans below 50,000 Kenyan shillings for embedded finance and incentives for people who pay early. We also do a fellowship program whereby we give companies bulk trained talent, and we also sell skill development courses on our site for people who like to do career pivots, such as people who like to get into tech. So there was a video demonstration of this, but this is what you get for being extra. So how it works basically is a user gets into our site, they register, and so they pay a subscription fee of 50 Kenyan shillings. And then their skills are assessed by the AI, and they're given an ET score. And then they can join either the employment track or the entrepreneurship track. So the employment track, basically, the AI matches them to suitable employers, while the entrepreneurship track, they can start a business. So we thought of including the fellowship program because this is whereby we take a bunch of graduates, we take them to a company, and they volunteer there. And this is because when that company sends out a job advert, it's better for you to already be working there in the company rather than from you coming out from outside. And also we send anonymized friends data. So the people who are working there for transport and lunch, we also do finance them with loans. And so to provide sorry, I'm looking at the time. So to buffer the interest cost, we borrow from high institutions, so that we can offer them at zero interest. And so for our technical infrastructure, we're looking at self-hosted databases to minimize cost, as well as progressively scaling. So one day we can own our own servers. So why us? So first of all, unlike so many traditional social media platforms, whereby the user is the product, ours we actually based on skills and not metrics. And then we're also very cheap, 50 shillings you can afford. We also provide zero interest microloans. this is also a localized approach for Kenyan graduates and the Kenyan market. We also, our self-hosted infrastructure also allows us to minimize costs as well as for data ownership, because we are working so much data. And then, yeah, we sell data as well. So for our market size, we're looking at an SOM of 7.3 billion shillings. So we have 500,000 graduates annually. 20% of them are the ones who only find formal employment. 80% of them are mobile-first users, internet users. So it means that they will be suitable for our site. 4.5 million of these young people are unemployed. So we are looking at somebody like Kamau, 24, recent graduate. He's tech savvy but doesn't have connections, has limited financial resources for premium job sites, as well as possesses skills but struggles to showcase them to employers. For our monetization, we are looking at 1% service charge for embedded finance. This is for the processing fee and transactions for entrepreneurs. We also are looking at a 15% commission on gross merchandise value. And this is for all the courses we sell on our sites. The courses we sell on our sites due to strategic partnerships. And then 20% commission on successful candidate placements. And this is AI-tracked outcomes. And then we also have a tiered subscription model, whereby free, then there's 50 shillings, full access, and then custom professional, there's custom services. As I also said, we also do sell data for market insights and stuff like that. So for traction, on the first day, we were expecting about 40 signups, but we actually got 133. A week later, we had 1,500. And due to operation cost, we had to halt because the operation cost kept accumulating. The tier we had chosen on the cloud, we kept hitting it so quickly, so we had to just say no. And it was actually 100 USD. So for some of it might be cheap, but for us who are students, we were like, no. And we had about 30 plus active users per day, and that was pre-commercialization. And so for competitive landscape, basically we prioritize objective skill verification over profile activity. And then we're very cheap. We provide public visibility, and then zero interest microloans, as well as it's an integrated system linking learning directly to employment outcomes. Okay, thank you. So investment opportunity, basically you're asking for the 5 million Kenyan shillings for our angel round at a post-money valuation of 5.2 million Kenyan shillings. We are using the safe instrument. For right now, we have already secured 200,000 Kenyan shillings in past hackathon victories, but they are currently pending release due to program completion requirements. So most of this is going to be used at our CapEx. We need to set up a lot of infrastructure. And then the others is going to be buffered over OpEx, CSCs, and R&D, because we need things like financial service permits. So this is what our VC had to say. He has recognized what we're doing. And yeah, thank you so much. Karibu to WerraJobs Report Kazim Kononi, where we're going to provide jobs to millions of Kenyans. Millions of Kenyans. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your presentation. I really like your slides and the information. That was a lot of information.
Yeah,
could see you literally rapping through. So basically, what you're offering is a skills bank, right?
Yes, it's a consortium of so many things, but it is a skills rank. Yeah. So the same way you will see a trending, what is trending on like Facebook, or what is trending on like LinkedIn. So for that discoverability and visibility for talent, we also, it's a skills rank basically, yes.
It's a skills bank, that's what I said, bank.
Yeah, okay. and ranking as well.
And ranking.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So I think I was curious about the assessment components, because I had asked, how do you validate credibility of the skill sets and proficiency? And you mentioned something about AI assessment.
Yes.
So maybe take me through what that looks like in your ideology stage right now.
Okay, so I'm from a tech background. Mm-hmm. So basically what we do is we take a bunch of data. So we collect a lot of...
No, sorry. Not the technical aspect, but how do you then validate? Because, people are lying out here also.
Yeah. Okay, so what happens is on the platform, we have the AI. that is what I was coming to. It has the ability to be able to assess like industry standard questions. So when a user gets onto our site, they'll have to take a skill. They'll have to take a skill assessment course. So it updates dynamically according to how well they are proficient in what course they're doing. Yes, so that is how we validate. So it's not just about you giving us your credentials. There's also a test there. So for the general like user, we have a base score. Like it's just a reward, like something like 2 points. And then as you take the skills and the more you pass, it gradually increases. So basically it's based on a tier of 10. So basically, let's say like I did the first one and I got, let's say, like 8 out of 10. And this I'm just using approximate. So it updates that on the AT score. Then once, let's say I do the second one and I got a 9 out of 10, it's aggregated. It's not just it just doesn't jump to 9. It is 8 plus 9 and then over 10. So it keeps on accumulating as your skills are assessed. Yes.
Okay,
I hope
like
I
that
answered.
because it's kind of doing like the first layer of
Authentication.
yes.
Yes.
Okay, so the other thing was I imagine you'll need to do a lot of partnerships.
Yes, a lot of them. Safaricom, Huawei, the likes, yeah.
Okay, so would you be partnering as well with like the organizations that would be interested in the skills that are on your site, or would you be getting them to pay a subscription fee?
Okay, so basically, what we do is, yes, we are open to partnerships, but the companies that we're working with, we do not charge them, and this is because as to drive incentive. So I hope I can find this. Yeah, yes. So we do not charge them. So basically, when a candidate is successfully placed, we actually we follow up with the candidate. So it's AI tracked. So the AI tracks your keystrokes, your mouse patterns, things like that. So it assesses. So if it is highly probable that you are hired, we follow up. And then from the company itself, we're able to charge, but we do not charge the company directly because the company can just do that without asking for, they can just go through CVs, you understand? But we want them to use our site. So when an employee is successfully placed, we follow up, and so it's charged from the employee side. And yes, from the question you answered, we actually do have a go-to-market strategy. Yeah, go-to-market strategy, and this is whereby our partnerships dynamically evolve and we incorporate all these people. It's not just about the skills that are offered on our application, but all the type of skills that we're able to assess. So they have to be able to. Is it a skill that AI can actually assess? If it's not, so we're looking at what WerraJobs. If it's not a skill that AI can assess, we are sorry, we can't partner with you.
Okay, I like your innovation. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for your presentation. I'm quite impressed that the users are paying as opposed to the models that LinkedIn and others follow. Why are they paying? When you talk to them, why are they paying?
The users.
Yes.
So basically what happens is that when somebody has come to our site, and so the subscription tier is basically 50 shillings. So that is something anybody can, like a graduate can access, you understand? Because if you're working at a Mujengo, are you going to focus on putting food on the table, or are you going to actually focus on, focus, or are you going to pay for an app that somebody invented somewhere? So that is 50 shillings. But after you get that job, even us ourselves, we're not assured you're going to stay in that company, because as we're getting you through the door. Because let's say, for instance, you show up at work and you have uncombed hair, like you show up late, like your assessor and your manager is like, yo, you get fired literally the second day. You understand? We won't, like, as we provide you that linkage, right? You understand? But if you prove successful, like if you prove that you're actually able to work in this company, then after that, that is why it's for you to actually pay for it so that somebody else can have the same service. Because providing this as 50 shillings, it's no joke. Because imagine if in 1 week we had 100 USD. Now imagine the next week again is the same amount and then users accumulate, we're going to literally be talking about millions in a couple of in months time. You understand? So it's not really it's not cheap. So for people for that progression, for that progression for other users can also use. That is what we do. But it is only 20% of your first salary, and then that is it. Yeah.
So my question is, what the incentive for an example? Eric is jobless.
Yes.
And the reason I'm subscribing to your site is because you're linking the skills I have based on what I've updated to jobs on the internet, or are there jobs that you're populating on your site?
Oh yeah, so what we do is we have a bunch of APIs. So it's from everywhere. It's basically we're linking every single system. So it's a job board. At the same time, we're looking at LinkedIn. So we pull jobs from LinkedIn. We scrub from Glassdoor, Indeed, all these other places, from WhatsApp as well. Any jobs that are posted, and so we post them there. So it is literally one consummate like place, job board. So any single person, instead of you going to LinkedIn, you're searching, and then you go to Indeed, you search, and then Glassdoor, you search. It's just in one place. So you just filter. You just literally. The video demo, I wish I had shown you. You just filter, and then you literally get all the jobs that are in your area from Indeed, from LinkedIn, from Facebook, all those places, from WhatsApp. Everything is in one place. Yes.
Okay. Then you talked about mapping skills vis-a-vis. Let me rephrase this issue of mapping skills, and you said that other sites charge a premium. So which sites are you referring to? Matching skills for someone to a specific job description, or what exactly are you referring to?
Sorry.
Just, okay, if you go to the first slide. Sorry, no, go back again. Yeah, just hold on. No, just continue forward. Next slide. Next. The benefit, yeah. Just go to the next one. Yeah, stop there. So you say your difference is we prioritize objective skill verification over profile activity and charge 50 bob versus premium subscriptions.
Yes.
Just explain that a bit more when you say premium subscriptions.
Okay. In terms of subscription or the entire statement?
The specific part on subscriptions.
Oh yeah. So the 50 Kenyan shillings subscription is just as I said. It is to just pass like.
I got the 50 bob.
Yeah.
But you're comparing. Who are you comparing yourself to that charge?
Oh, like we're comparing ourselves to LinkedIn. So the reason is because sites like LinkedIn charge dollar premium. So basically, it's something like what? Something like that $5 or something like that. So for them in America, it is pretty. It's pretty what? It's pretty affordable, right? But then for a Kenyan standard user, somebody who is like a normal job seeker, like $3,500, like that is like sorry for using Swahili, but yeah, I've literally like done a lot before I can pay that $35, right? So that dollar premium is, we're removing the dollar from there, we're scratching it out. And then again, the other thing is sites like LinkedIn, it's based on your postage, on how often you use the site. So as the user, you are the product, right? So how often you use the site. If I come here to this event, I take pictures, right? I post it on LinkedIn. It gives me enough visibility and traction, right? But now me, I'm from Egerton. I'm from Nakuru. We have an issue with accessibility. We can't afford to come to events in Nairobi like every single day, like people in UN. So I can literally have skills. I can code like until my hands break. But unless I don't know, God intervenes or something, it's very hard. I can have skills, but I'll still remain undiscovered. Because if you are a normal student, you're using, let's say, a Kabambe, and then you can't take photos, you understand? But then somebody who is in Nairobi, they have easy accessibility. So that is like what we're trying to solve, because LinkedIn is basically promoting that. It is hindering visibility by promoting how often you post, you understand, and your profile activity. But some of us do not have that luxury, because if I'm using a Kabambe, surely how am I going to? I can't take photos. You understand? So I can't post. So if I can't post, then it also means I cannot get that traction around my LinkedIn profile. And I'm saying this because I am a victim of that. That is, I'm saying I'm solving a problem before it's actually a problem. Yes, I hope
Thanks.
that answers that. Yes.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Maybe just a quick question. In terms of, I'm still trying to figure out what is the differentiation between yourself and others besides being one who aggregates opportunities. And what crossed my mind now as I'm sitting here is, are there layers you can add, for example, gender? Are there layers you can add? So for example, people with disability, that would then make you a little bit more differentiated. What do you think about that?
Yes, actually, that has already been solved. It's on the application itself. So we couldn't push that in a 7-minute pitch slide. So I just put the relevant parts. We even had like an exit strategy and all that. But for these 7 minutes, that is all you could do. But on the application itself, all those are considered. So we have PWD, we have female empowerment, women in STEM especially, because we're focusing so much on STEM. So we all have all that. It's already in the application. Yeah.
All right, great.
I have one thing that is bothering me. I saw something about loans.
Yeah.
What was that about? Because I got lost in your explanation of loans.
Yeah, so basically what we do is we provide, we understand that not every single person might want to go through the employment route. Not everyone is seeking employment.
Okay, I got it. Thanks.
Yes. So the micro loans and then you pay kidogo kidogo. Yeah, and
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Wow, let's clap for Peterson Karaoke. I'm just wondering what my fellow Gen Zs are doing, because wow, interesting. So next on stage we have Alex Mutinda from Machakos University. Alex Mutinda from Machakos University. Let's clap for him.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, my name is Alex Mutinda from Machakos University. Taking a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical and Manufacturing Engineering. Now imagine a scenario where you're going to the gym to work out, and this not only just boosts your gains in the gym, but rather also produces electricity, usable electricity in the gym, and even in the building that hosts the gym. So this is the innovative product that I came up with by the name GymPawa. So it seeks to turn workouts into watts. So the concept of using kinetic energy as a power source, that is not a new idea. So it draws inspiration from simple bicycle talks, which are converted to mechanical energy, from mechanical energy to electrical energy using dynamo generators. So it's an easy concept. You use kinetic energy from your workouts, you convert them to usable electricity, and then you store this electricity in banks, so that can be used. So this addresses 3 problems. That is, we have environmental concerns, we also have untapped potential, and also gym costs of electricity. So a sample gym with normal equipment like treadmills, stationary bikes, ellipticals, rowing machines, and all this, and also amenities like the sound systems, the lighting, the TVs and screens. This brings a total usage of 32.84 kilowatts approximately. And in accordance to the tariffs from Kenya Power, which is 28 shillings and 17 cents per kilowatt hour, this brings the total to 925 shillings a day, and this is 27,000 shillings per month. So how will this impact the environment? For one, an individual will contribute directly by working out. They will bring energy into the gym. This also brings operational benefits, brings community awareness, and on a larger scale, there's a global change. Yeah, so our solution is simple, as I mentioned. So we retrofit equipment. We convert this equipment, we convert the energy from kinetic energy into electrical energy. We store this power in power banks, and then this power can be used for lighting, AC, and other utilities. So these are sample equipment that can be used. So instead of the traditional equipment, you replace with an energy-generating treadmill, spin bikes, elliptical trainers, and all this equipment. So, so if you have all this, this will produce 4.92 kilowatt hour per day, converting to 138 per day, that is in Kenyan shillings. And so by the end of the month, you'll have saved 15% in electricity costs. So there's a graph showing the power generation potential, with the highest being the treadmills. Then we have the rowing machines, the elliptical spin bikes, and the weight machines. So our target market or consumers are local gyms and home-owned gyms that are seeking sustainability solutions. So the unique value of this project is that, for one, we'll have significant cost savings, and then we'll also have environmental benefits, since we're using a renewable source of energy. Market channels include exhibitions and conferences, and also direct marketing to gym owners. So our revenue model is, for one, we retrofit existing equipment. We also make custom equipment, and also we'll provide support services for the equipment. So competition could come from traditional manufacturers and DIY retrofit kits. So from traditional manufacturers, they may opt to go into this field. And for DIY retrofit kits, we could have small businesses offering DIY solutions to cost-conscious consumers. So for the implementation options, we have 3 levels. The budget options, which involves using self-powered treadmills, LED lighting, improved ventilation, and these are low investment opportunity. For the mid-level investment, which is a bit higher in terms of costs, involves power generating bikes and ellipticals connected to battery storage systems. And then for the premium setup, you combine the kinetic equipment with solar to have maximum reusing of energy. So is it really worth it? So we have some benefits. As I outlined earlier, electricity bills are reduced by 10 to 15%. We have an eco-friendly branding advantage for the gyms that have this equipment. We also encourage more workout participation. We reduce the dependency on grid power, and this also lowers the carbon footprint, since this is a renewable energy option. Some challenges may include high initial equipment costs, and also this requires consistent workout hours to generate sensible energy. When funded, we'll use the funds to procure the equipment, test and evaluate, data login systems for contingency, community outreach, and safety training. So that is the project, and this is the team. I have myself as the lead, my partner, Dixon Esamai, and my mentor, Mr. Peter Waramwanja. So with me, I have a model which I want to demonstrate. So this is a machine that's common in the gyms. So we have so as the user is working out, sorry, let me turn the equipment. So there's a simple model that shows as electricity is being generated. As you can see, the bulb is lighting up. So we can tap power from the simple workouts in the gym. And then when this is stored, we can remove it. Thank you. So when this is stored in batteries, as such, we can have it being used to light. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, so when the power is stored in batteries, they can now produce energy that can be used in the gym setup. Thank you.
Thank you for that presentation. So the battery is the gadget on the left.
Yes.
Okay. And if they want to convert that to lighting or whatever, how do they tap into it?
So this is just a traditional battery.
Okay.
So it uses the same concept as solar. So you have the battery here, and then you use an inverter to convert it into usable energy with other gadgets.
So they would need to do some wiring within the gym to consume the power.
Yes.
Okay. So the gadgets you sell are the battery and what else?
So the battery and the generator. So there's a simple model with just a low budget generator and low budget battery.
Okay.
Yes.
And for the gyms that have equipment already, can
Yes.
you retrofit to support that?
Yes, we can retrofit to support that.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
All right, thanks.
It's Alex, right?
Yes.
I think I really like your idea, your articulation, simple and clear. Maybe the question would be around the real life application of this. Have you been to a gym and had a conversation with, say, a gym, one or two gym owners? What has been the reception to this, and what do you see as possible hurdles to them adopting the idea?
Okay. Thank you for the question. So currently, I haven't spoken to any gym owners, but I intend to in the foreseeable future. Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
And then maybe a second question would be, once you set it up in a gym, are you there one time, or do you have opportunities to come in and maybe is there management, after service management, where you can actually make an income?
Okay.
How's your model?
Okay, so this is the revenue model. So for one, as I mentioned, we retrofit the equipment that is existing already. And then number two, we can make custom equipments like this. And after that, we offer support services by offering maintenance plans. Yes.
Good stuff. Good.
Thank you.
Say that again, Alex. So for already existing gym equipment,
Yeah.
you just
Retrofit, yeah. Yeah.
But then for new equipment, you make the gym equipment.
Yes.
And now, so you would have two products.
Okay.
So the machines, the gym machines, and also the
generators.
The generators.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes. So we would have the generators for already existing equipment.
Yeah.
So a generator setup plus a battery pack and an inverter system.
Okay, I'm wondering, why did you choose to go that route as opposed to probably partnering with either sellers of these machines or producers of these machines?
Okay.
The gym machines, that is.
Yeah. So in addition to us doing this, we would also opt to collaborate with already existing producers of the same. We have an example of SportsArt, which is a US-based that make this equipment that already produces energy. Yes.
Yeah, so I think that would be an easier route to take as opposed to producing the equipment itself, because the cost of producing the equipment is very high.
Yes.
However, that's just a suggestion, and kudos to you for highlighting the challenges in your presentation, because I think you're the first one that we've had from yesterday, in fact today, at least showcasing challenges that you would face. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your
I may
time.
have just one last question.
Yes.
It is a humorous statement, but I find most Kenyans fear electricity. They
Yeah.
really fear electricity, then there's rain next to it, but electricity is something people fear.
Yes.
How do you think that's a barrier to adoption of this? And if so, how do you make sure you go beyond that, whether it is the owner of the building, the owner of the gym, or the consumer who is on this?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think electricity would be an issue. It's a hazard. For the setting up of the services and the equipment, would make sure that every loose wire, every connection is up to date, and we'll offer maintenance plans also to check up on this. Yeah. So yeah. Thank you.
Good idea.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Alex. So many of us who had a year resolution that 2025 is going to the gym. Have you achieved that goal, or it was just a by the way? Yeah? You know, 2025, it's time to work out, it's time to go to the gym. So next on stage, we'll have Wilson Kinder, and I'll ask the following to go backstage and sit in for preparation. We have Dedan Kimathi University, Sylvia Mudoni, Kabarak University, Agnes Kimani, Daystar University, Rodney Wanje Luguyesi. So gentle ladies and men, help me welcome on stage Wilson Kinder. Wilson Kinder, welcome to the stage.
Everyone. I'm here with a presentation for a LandLeaseXHub, a smart land leasing platform. But before that, please join me in this call. So I want to speak to Wesonga from Eldoret. Hello. Missing. Shamba ni eka 10. Miaka ngapi hiyo? Iko sawa, iko sawa. Lakini bei bwana, 90,000? Kidogo. Kawera. Muga. Shamba ni ya ndizi? Wapi hapo? Lakini ile ya last time bwana tuliongeza pesa tena. Asante. Huyu hawezi turuka tena. Tembea hiyo shamba yote. Piga picha. Unitumie. Hawatumie M-Pesa tena. Nitakuja na cash. Asante. Tutafanya kazi. Najua last year sikuwa na mahindi. 5,000 bana. Mwaka hii lazima nilime yangu. Ndizi iko na market. Lakini hiyo shamba yenu, jua last time ulinipea waruba. Asante. So these are one of the problems that you're facing and that we want to address today. So once again, my name is Wilson Kinder from Laikipia University, and we're coming up with the LandLeaseXHub. So we are trying to figure out how we are going to solve this problem of land leasing and all these struggles that we are facing within this sphere. So number one, we have a research from the Kenya Bureau of Statistics showing that beyond 30 million Kenyans are farmers. And in one way or the other, more than 50% of our Kenyan population directly or indirectly benefit from agricultural related providences. So one thing that we are going to bridge the gap that is already existing is a limited connectivity, insufficient leases, and legal uncertainties that hinder the agricultural leases, where we do not need to go through other intermediaries to speak on our behalf so that we can have our solutions. So yes, our solution is a mobile app and also an integratable through the web applications. And we are also looking to have the SMSs to reach out to those people who do not have the smartphones. So yeah, we ensure connecting landowners with the farmers. We simplify the leasing processes and we ensure trust. So we are using smart contracts in our leases where the agreements are integrated within. So that's the flow of our product. So there's a user a menu there, and then there's the process of looking for land. We have integrated with the Google APIs. So you can get even the coordinates of that particular land, and you can draw it and get the exact measure of that particular land. So one of the add-on, when you lease a land that we produce, we partner with reputable soil testing companies that will give us a review of the quality of land that you are actually looking for. So the smart contract is here, it is integrated. So after you have had the land and you have everything that you want to do, then we can give you the AI recommendations on the weather, on the pest and diseases trends. So we have done research showing that more than 55% of Kenyans actually are generating income directly or indirectly from the agriculture. So our market size shows us that we will reach more than 50% of Kenyans. And if we launch, we will have 200,000 potential users. So once again, we have our competitors, but again, they are not directly addressing this very challenge. They are working around some of the other things. So our features include the AI integrations. We have a very smart contracts that are trustable because we include blockchains in our integrations. So we have a project traction there. So currently, we have built the app and onboarded all the counties in Kenya. So you can particularly search for which exact county, which exact location that you want, and you will find it there. We have tested it and I've deployed the app on my phone and I've tried it in different counties and it has worked for me. We have also have we have shared with the KIOP, the Kenya Youth Opportunity. They have also shown interest in advancing that to the potential users. So our go-to-market strategy would basically be working around the internet technology, but we also encrypt the community-based platforms where we can share these with the already existing agricultural circles and societies. We are also looking to impact our social impacts are around no poverty and industry and innovation, sustainable cities, and the communities. So we are asking for about 25,000 US dollars as a grant and also seeking in kind legal guidance. So thank you so much. This is the team of the innovation.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that presentation. Allow me to just make some quick questions just to understand. From my understanding is if I look at Africa, we have an average age of 19 years of age. But the average farmer is between 60 and 70 years old. And they're the ones who own the land. And so I see younger people wanting to lease land, possibly, but the older people would not be as digitally astute to engage in it. How do you mitigate that?
Thank you for the question. Let me roll back a bit. I was talking about integrating this to SMSs. Yeah? So we can partner with the SMS vendors so that we integrate our system there. You just dial a star XYZ and then you tell us your name, where you're coming from, and you're looking land for what purpose, and then you proceed there. After you've answered all the questions, they will be posted to our end. So when they are posted from our end, we follow up with you. If that particular description that you're looking for exists, then we send back the text. So together with the AI recommendations that are on the app, this particular user who is not very much digital will be getting updates, like weekly updates on the weather, the pest trends and such.
All right, okay, good. And then maybe a second question would be around credibility, because land is it's a very thorny matter in Kenya. So how do you make sure that the person leasing the land is the owner of the land, and not leasing my neighbor's land? How do you clean that detail? How do we make sure that it's credible? The whole process is credible.
Yeah, now it's there. The user's profile, that is the landowner, would give some details that we require, and that would include the land number. So because the land number is a bit controversial, that is part of our asking kind was the legal guide, yeah? And then I'm aware that we have private surveyors and stuff. If you give them your number, they are able to actually know. So yeah, we are looking around that. So part of our asking kind is the legal guide, but we are also having some hints on how to go about it. But we'll need your exact land number. So with our integrated API, once we get to know which land, we can actually click on that very land and draw to make sure that it is the exact quote you gave us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wilson. Let's give it up for Wilson. And also remember to pick your samples from the judge's desk as you exit the stage. So next on stage will be Sylvia Mudhoni. Sylvia Mudhoni from Dedan Kimathi University on climate action and green energy. Let's clap for Sylvia as she comes to give us a presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sylvia Modhoni Maina from Dedan Kimathi University of Technology, and our startup name together, my team and I, so we have a startup known as Okoa Box, and it aligns with the SDG on climate action through enhancing climate resilience by sending alerts and also emergency communication. So early last year, I'm sure most of you can relate, we experienced such horrific floods in the country that led to the breakdown of communication infrastructure. So this breakdown of communication led to the delay of rescue response. Also, coordination of the resources to help the people went down, and it was difficult for the rescue team to work together. So this is what motivated us as a team to come up with Okoa Box. So Okoa Box is a decentralized communication infrastructure that ensures seamless and resilient communication during disaster response. It is sustainable since it is solar powered and also utilizes roller technology, which is a long-range, long-power communication that can transmit data up to 30 kilometers. It is also automated due to the presence of sensors that trigger the alarm automatically, and also it is integrated with blockchain technology to ensure data accountability and data protection. So the users and also the sensors, they trigger the alert, and the alert is sent to the Okoa boxes that are in other communities, in the Red Cross centers, in hospitals, and also in police station. The Okoa box is also independent since it doesn't utilize Wi-Fi or cellular network. It is also It is also integrated with the Okoa Box in the police station and Red Cross centers to ensure that the alert is relayed and action is brought for them to acquire help. In future, we also want to add an AI-powered predictive analytics that will ensure that the occurrence of an emergency is detected in the early stages. So this is a demonstration of the Okoa Box. So kindly play it. So in future, the box will be waterproof, but for now, we just have to work with that. So these Okoa boxes will be placed at strategic places in the community, and those places will be identified through community mapping, and mostly it will be in chief camps, and also they will be put in police station, Red Cross centers, and hospitals. And these Okoa boxes work as a mesh network, meaning that the information will be relayed in all the Okoa boxes. In case of an alert being sent in one of the Okoa boxes, it will be displayed in all the Okoa boxes, and this will ensure accountability. Also, each Okoa box will have an ID so that the Red Cross members can have an easy time identifying which area has sent the alert. So our main users will be the government and emergency services, NGOs and humanitarian aid organizations, local communities and businesses, and also corporate safety and security teams. We'll also generate revenue by direct sales of our commodity, subscription for premium services, also by gaining partnerships and grants, and also providing our data anomaly to the researchers and also policymakers. So our route to market will deploy the Okoa boxes in disaster-stricken areas, and also in areas with no cellular networks and completely no cellular network, and also low cellular networks. We'll also collaborate with humanitarian organizations to integrate Okoa Box into disaster response strategies. Also conduct training to the community and target large-scale buyers such as government so as to scale faster, and work with local disaster management teams for feedback and iterations. So what makes Okoa Box stand out against its competitors is that it has network independence, since it doesn't utilize cellular network or Wi-Fi, but uses radio signals. It's also cost-effective compared to satellite communication. It also utilizes LoRa technology that makes its operation cost to be lower, and it is automated due to the presence of sensors that send the data and alerts automatically. It can also be it is also scalable, since apart from using it for disaster-prone areas and also in areas with no network, we also want to use it for daily emergency communication in urban towns, and also we can integrate the Wi-Fi feature for it to be used in smart cities. So the impact is that life will be saved due to faster emergency response. Also, communities in areas with no cellular network and Wi-Fi will have a reliable communication to use, and will reduce economic losses by improving warnings and also coordination among humanitarian agencies, local governments, and businesses. So this is our team, and together we have 5 years of expertise in wireless communication. So our financial ask is 1 million to help us refine our prototype, since as for now, we are still in our first version of our prototype, and also to build pilot programs where we can test our prototype, and also continue with market research and compliance testing. So for our non-financial ask, we'd ask for partnership with emergency response organizations, and also technical mentorship on how to go about the advanced automation, blockchain, and also the AI, and also legal and compliance advisory. So join us as a team to revolutionize disaster communication. So with Okoa Box, Okoa Maisha. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation, Sylvia. A couple of questions. How much is the Okoa Box?
So we will be selling it for 15 Kenyan shillings.
15?
Yeah.
1.5?
Yeah. Because currently the components that we are using to build it up are affordable.
Okay.
Since we are using WaziSense, which already has a inbuilt LoRa technology. So around 8K to build the whole component. So some profit of about 15.
So 15,000 or 15 shillings?
15,000.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, that makes more sense. And in terms of the frequencies, do you need to apply for any frequencies from the CA, or those frequencies for LoRa are used by the general public? Who owns those frequencies for that Okoa box to transmit?
To transmit using the radio signals?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not sure about that, but I guess we'll have to purchase the frequencies.
Okay, I think probably I would suggest maybe just check a bit more on what the regulatory requirement is to see whether you actually need them or the other frequencies that you can ride on.
Okay,
But
sure.
good idea, thanks.
Thank you, Sylvia. Let's clap for Sylvia.
Sorry, Anna, could I make a public service announcement?
Sure.
For all the innovators who've brought any of their samples here to the judge's desk, please, if you can, after your presentation, come and pick them, just so that we don't crowd the space, and also, unless you want us to go home with them, for which we're also grateful, but if you do not have that intention, just pass by and pick them anytime. Thank you.
Thank you, Yvonne. So next on stage, we have Agnes Kimani from Kabarak University. Let's clap for Agnes.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Agnes and my partner here is Felix. I want you to close your eyes and imagine yourself born like that. How would you go on with your daily activities? How would you navigate through your environment? How would you identify the objects around you? For example, in such an event, how would you read these posters? How would you read maybe someone's tag? The visually impaired face various challenges, among them being object identification, text reading, and also currency recognition. They cannot be able to tell what the amount of money that they are holding. Maybe it's a 50 shillings note. This may lead to them having reduced access to education and even job opportunities. The visually impaired people also have dependency on physical aids such as the white cane and also human assistance. WHO in 2022 made a record of 253 million globally who live with visual impairments. And in Kenya, the KNBS in 2021 recorded 7.5% of Kenyans who experience vision impairments.
Okay, reiterating on what she had said, currently people use brailles, but how many of us have seen brailles? They were used when we didn't have technology. So that means most people who are totally blind, they are cut out, they cannot see these beautiful screens. There's no way they can access them. There's no braille copy of it. When we do posters, there's no braille copy. So our solution, AI, wants us to embrace and also include them in enjoying this AI thing they are hearing about from their phones. So we will be using computer vision to kind of enable them in the first phase, use the smartphone to see their surrounding so that they can see, read what's around, read documents, normal document without requiring the brailles, and also navigate, and we are finding a seat and a door, they can see it. So how we will do this, we are in the process of developing an Android application that has multiple modes. The first one is text recognition that reads the text, and then we have real-time recognition of objects. As they point on it, they see it, and the model is running locally. So what they will get out of this, our unique selling point is that it's affordable accessibility. The application has a freemium model and some features you have to pay for, and also it comes with local language support. Sorry. So this is our competitors' comparison in terms of using, we have Be My Eyes, where you call a volunteer to help you, and also the white cane that they normally use. They cannot use it to read documents. And then now in terms of market, our target market are the visually impaired individuals, and then we have schools for the visually impaired and organizations for people who are able differently. And these are the statistics in the market. It's something that has a stake for everyone to get a share. And our business model is mainly freemium, and we will also do B2B partnerships.
Okay.
Okay, I've already talked about the pricing strategy. She'll talk about the ask.
Why do we need the funds? Number one, it's for mentorship and advisory support, legal advisory services. And number two, the seed funding needed to cover, as you can see, 35% will be used in research and development, 20% on production of hardware, 10% on marketing and awareness, and 35% also in AI model training.
Still on that, something to mention. Right now, we are starting with the mobile application. We're looking at having hardware that runs on the spectacles so that they have the earbuds they can hear without depending on the phone, and they can just work like anyone. And the premium feature we add is that this model can also tell them the facial expressions of people they are seeing in front of them and telling them the distance of objects. So in part of our team and mentorship, I'm Felix Masigwa, handling the part of AI and ML. She's the co-founder, Agnes Mugure, handling UI UX. We have outsourced some people who didn't want to be part of the team that are doing the Android development. And we have partnered with Kabarak University, where we come from. And Nakuru Box, we went through the accelerator program they had last year. And our mentors are Ms. Daisy Ondrari and also Mr. George from Nakuru Box. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Felix and Agnes. Great presentation. I just have a quick question, and I'm glad to see, Agnes, you're a UX person. Take me through the journey of your user.
Of my user?
Yes, please.
As I had earlier mentioned, I want you to imagine yourself. Okay,
No,
just close your eyes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I just want you, just because we don't have a lot of time,
okay.
I have imagined myself. Thank you. I just want you to take me through the user journey, because I think there might be a gap there. But let me just take me through the UX. Yeah.
Okay. Number one, it can read text. Okay.
So the blind person has a phone.
Yeah.
And then say loud so everyone can.
Okay, so may I borrow any text from here that you can borrow me? We read it out, because that's what we've implemented.
Sure. So someone will just purchase a normal phone.
Yeah,
okay.
Just a smartphone.
Yes, a smartphone.
Move device left. Hold still. Move device right. Move right. Move device left. Hold still. "2024-2025 Presidential Innovation Challenge and Award. Didn't Kamathi. University. Climate Acto and Green Energy. 12.29. 12.30 p.m. University category pitching schedule March 20th, 2015. Oh, how about a dissenter N Ponce and 10-minute preparedness startup that lines Laura, Longman for plaque range, communication technology and for pitch your jury mock chain to provide FW power and feedback to questions.
So that's the first part of the document I was given, Dedan Kimadi. And the model is not so accurate. That's why we're asking for funds to go in the field and collect more data to train our model. Because in AI, the quality of the data you have determines the output. But it read everything right now is on Daystar.
Daystar. Climate Action 12.55 minus 1.05. University. And green. Energy.
All right.
Yeah,
It can also identify if maybe the person, I'm sure you're wondering, maybe the person does not know where the book is supposed to be placed. The model tells them you've placed it upside down. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's really helpful. So I actually wanted to ask about the AI model, because you're absolutely right. It's how you train it that will help. So I do hope that you'll be able to localize it. And then there's things like, just because you can read doesn't mean that you understand just because you hear a word doesn't mean that you understand the word. Does that make sense? So you'll have to figure out that bit as well. And then I was part of an accelerator called Innovate Now that does assistive technology. I'm sure you've heard of it. I highly encourage you guys to go there because number one, they really do help understand, like they help curate that problem statement really well. Because I know one of the issues that visually impaired persons have is actually the phone itself. Because you can't see the phone, so you can't even open the app. You get what I mean? So that and that's what I was asking also about the UX, such you can even be at step 0, such you're actually helping through the entire journey.
Okay, currently on any mobile phone, there is this feature called TalkBack. Yeah, that one enables them to navigate through the app.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. But check out Innovate Now, Benchira.
We will.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's clap for Tim. So to finish up on the morning session, we'll have Rodney Mwanje from Daystar University on climate action and green energy. Rodney Mwanje. Let's clap for Rodin.
So this is the recycled rag.
So, hello everyone. My name is Rodney Mwanje. I'm from Daystar University, and I'm here to present Recycle Rush. So, Dandora is one of the largest landfills in Africa. And in Dandora, there's a school called St. John's School. One of the students, by the name Anthony, says most of his classmates are unable to come to school because of illness such as asthma, breathing problems, and allergy from the smoke that comes from the situation you are seeing. There's also another student by the name Felicia, who says that his classmates are unable to read because of eye problems that is brought about by smoke. And remember, St. John is just a school near Dandora. What about the 150,000 estimated population living in Dandora? Are they living or are they actually suffering? So according to NEMA, we produce 22,000 tons of plastic, 40% of which tons of waste, 40% of which is plastic, 5% of this is recycled. As you can see, we really have low recycling rates. And it's majorly because of lack of infrastructure and lack of awareness by users. So how do we solve this problem? So this is where Recycle Rush comes in. So Recycle Rush is on a mission to make recycling simple, fun, and rewarding. We believe that recycling is not only a responsibility, but we also see it as a game, a good game in which every one of you can participate in. So how do we do that? We encourage people to recycle responsibly. You see this bottle, we get to pay you the user, to place this bottle in the right place. Another thing we do is we make recycling more engaging. We have other fun activities in our products that I'll be able to show you that makes you to be able to engage in the recycling. Also raise awareness and give you a feeling of community. So we have a mobile app and a smart bin. So basically, the smart bin is able to detect plastic, reward you points, and it's user friendly. So this is what will be happening. Our smart bins will be in public places. So you will place the smart bin you will place the plastic in the smart bin. You'll be able to know this is plastic, sort it for you, and then reward you points. You will go to our mobile app, input a code given to you by the smart bin, and then you'll be able to earn points. These points, you can withdraw them to money. So how do we make it more engaging? We have other things. We have things like challenges. For example, we can tell you recycle 1 kilogram of plastic within a week. So you have and you will earn 50 points from this. So if you recycle 1 kilogram, you get points for recycling, and you also get points for winning the challenge, which you can convert into money. We have competition, which anyone here can join. So if you get to be the first in the competition with most of the points, you get money from it. So you can compete with friends, your dad, everyone. And then another thing we have is user stories. Somebody like me can say, because of Recycle Rush, I was able to buy the good shirt I have and the shoe, and it can encourage other people to come and use the app. So we also have eco-education. There are some people who these challenges, these competition may not excite them, but if we tell them the reality of what we just saw in Dandora, they'll be affectionate and they'll be able to recycle in the right place. So, okay. So our business model, so this is how we plan to make money. We plan to resell the plastic, get money from grants, and also data monetization. This is our competitor analysis. From that, we can see, apart from Plastic Bank, we are the only one who would be incentivizing users to recycle, and you also be among the very first to have smart bins in public places. So why Recycle Rush? So unlike our competitors who only focus on collection, we want to make you be part of recycling. We want you to feel to be part of it by going through the challenges, going through the competitions, reading through the eco education. We want you to be part of it. Another thing is we want to solve one of the largest world's problem, which is a smart bin technology. I'm sure all of you have heard about smart bin technology, but one thing, most of them are unable to sort plastic automatically. So that is one challenge you want to do, to be able to segregate plastic automatically. So our ask is 30,000 USD, which 20% will go to development, 62% will go to market entry, 18% will be for projection, operational cost. We project. And 78 from grants. So this is my capable team. I have Daniel, our business strategies. We have Jessica, our mobile application engineer. Prince is our web application engineer, and Macy, who is our UI UX designer. So I have a video demonstrated of how far we are with our smart bin. So if they could kindly project it.
So this is the Recycle Rush prototype for the smart bin. So this is the door, where if you place plastic, the door will open. So this is a screen that is able to show us the code, which will later show on. This will be how our dustbin will be looking, to be able to sort non-plastic and plastic. As you can see, right now, currently it's at non-plastic. So a demo of it. So if I take plastic and I place plastic on the nini. So it will turn to plastic, the door will open, and then there will be a code displayed on the screen to show that. So yeah, that is the recycle rush bin.
Yes, so our cities are getting dirty. People having health problems, and all this can be solved if we start recycling. So I want to welcome all of you to join Recycle Rush, and thank you. Before I leave, I would like to do this. So as I was saying, in Recycle Rush, we will pay you to place plastic in the right place. So assume I am the smart bin, so give to me the plastic, and then the plastic first, and then here's the reward. So he's a happy user, as you can see. Thank you.
I'm not so sure if that was bribery or...
I'll come back for it later on.
Thank you for your presentation. I like the gamification piece. Makes it very interesting. A question: when you say data monetization, who are you selling the data to?
Okay, we'll be collecting plastics from the public areas. So one of the people we will be selling the plastic to is government agencies who want to actually create plastic policies. So we can give them data such as the trends on the consumption of plastic, which areas have a lot of consumption. Another place we can use this is companies that are actually producing plastic. For example, I can tell Coca-Cola in a certain area from the bottles we collect, only 20% comes from Coca-Cola. That can be an insight for them so that they can know where they can focus their marketing. So that is how we'll monetize our data. Okay.
And the selling of the plastic right now, how much does a kilo go for?
So in the current market, 1 kilogram of plastic goes at 30 Kenya shillings.
Okay. And one of the things you realize about collection points, not everyone follows the rule of putting plastic only. How do you manage that from a sorting perspective?
Okay, as our smart bin, our plan is to have a smart bin that automatically segregates the waste for you. I started saying that we want to make recycling simple, fun, and rewarding. The simple part is this: you will be only placing the waste, whether it's plastic, whether it's anything, and then our smart bin will be able to automatically segregate it. So we'll be segregating at source.
So if I come and out throw a can of a metal can and a plastic bottle at the same time, how will it know the difference?
Okay, the current design is you can only input one object at a time. And then as I showed, you saw that my Nini is rotating. So when the door opens, it will only allow one object to pass. And then it will detect this is plastic or this is a scan, and then rotates it to go to the right place.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rodney, for your presentation. Quite interesting. I have two questions. So one is, Kenyans are interesting people and we really like money. Now that you told me that you're going to pay me for putting plastic in a bin, even though I want the 50 bob, but I want it many, many times. So I saw from your demonstration.
Mhm.
So it's like a contact sort of situation, right? So I put the plastic against your sensor,
Yes.
right? Then it opens.
Okay, it first detects this is what, and then...
So if it detects plastic,
Yes.
then the lid opens, right?
Yes.
Then I throw my paper in, right?
Yeah.
And then I go back and again put contact on my plastic again.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I throw other things. So I'm just trying to say, consider the rigging of the system.
Okay. That was a demo. But what will be happening basically is just as the normal dustbins, you will be placing your waste. And then from there is when detection will go on. It will be like abstracted from the user, like the opening of the door and everything. The only thing you'll be knowing is I place things inside. So whether a door opens, doesn't open, that will be segregated from you.
Okay. Now, I am curious as to how do I get the money? Like, how does your system know to pay Eric or Gerald or Rodney, for that matter?
Okay, when we were doing the design, so we had these options. We can either get to use things like biometrics, but we want to make the smart bin as cheap as possible. So what we do, we generate a code. As you saw on the screen, there was a code generated. And then through the mobile app I've given you, there's a place where you input that code. So the app that is able to know that this is Rodney and this code belongs to Rodney. So the reason we use the code is, example, in areas where there is low internet and such kind of things. So it's through the mobile application that you'll be able to know that this is Rodney. It's like credit cards, the scratch cards for Safaricom. You'll go and buy it, and then you'll get to input it to the phone. So we are applying the same concept.
Okay. So my last question
Yes.
is that so your innovation or your idea is based around the app and the gadgets.
Yes, the smart bin and the mobile application.
But then there's the element of garbage collection, or rather plastic collection.
Yes.
The collection of the plastics, right?
Yeah.
Which is another element you've added to your idea.
Yes.
Now, how do you, like, the infrastructure to collect, so you need trucks, how do you
Yes. Okay. So
plan on doing that?
Our current plan is, once the bins are full, they'll be able to notify us. So on launch, we'll be having 2 drivers who will be able to go to those collection points. But we are having an idea where we want to introduce something like an Uber, where drivers can be signing up, and then our smart bins will be sending notification to them, telling them that the smart bins are full. So in that way, we'll have reduced cost on us on handling transportation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, judges. Thank you so much, Rodney. So I'm standing in between you and lunch. So after lunch, we'll have the following to be ready. That is Liwa Home, Kenyatta University, Pamela Mukiri, University of Nairobi, and Kuria Givinji from Strathmore University. So the 3 get ready. So we'll be back to the room at 10 minutes past 2. That is okay, 15 minutes break. So kindly let's proceed out for lunch. It's been nice being your moderator for the morning session. My contract has been terminated. Thank you.